ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to make some salmon fish cakes with pea puree and some chive dressing. And the ingredients I am using today, are a salmon fillet which has been pin-boned and skinned by my fishmonger. Then I'm using breadcrumbs. If you get Panko Breadcrumbs, go for them. Then I am using potatoes. Then I'm using Scottish smoked salmon. Then I'm using peas, some shallots, chicken stock, eggs, some plain flour, some sugar. Then I'm using a lemon, some Cayenne Pepper, and Dijon Mustard. Then I'm using Rapeseed Oil. Then I'm using olive oil as well. Some cider vinegar. Whoops. Some fresh mint. Some fresh flatleaf parsley. Some fresh dill. Then of course some chives. Some pea shoots, which are optional because I'm using them for decoration or garnish only. Then I'm using mustard powder, some butter, of course some black pepper, some water, some capers, and of course some salt. Right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's get started. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and the first thing to do is preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, like so. So, while your oven is preheating, it's time for a recipe. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now get some potatoes. We need in total at least 350 grams of potato flesh. Because we are baking them, I'm only going to wash them like so. And repeat with the remaining potatoes. Smash them! And into the oven. So, and the cooking time depends on the size of your potatoes and how accurate your oven is. So I think mine will take about 45 minutes roughly. Righty right, lads. So when your potatoes are cooked, get them out of the oven. Don't turn off the oven. First of all, get your potatoes into a bowl like so. Get yourself a pair of tongs and get your potatoes into a bowl. Let them cool. Righty right. I've got my potatoes out of the oven. It took about 1 hour, and then get your salmon fillet seasoned with salt and pepper on both sides on baking paper, and top it with another layer of baking paper. Seal the edges, and now into the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. The oven is still on 180 degrees Celsius, and I am still thirsty. Smash it. Time for a zippy. Smash it. Righty right, ladies and gentlemen. Get your fish out of the oven, like so. And allow to cool completely. Smash it. Righty right, ladies and gentlemen. And now get your potatoes and slice them in half, like so. Then get yourself a spoon, and now spoon your potato flesh into a bowl. You need about 350 grams of potato flesh. Righty right, I've transferred my potatoes to a bigger bowl. Now mash them up. Righty right, so now set your mashed potatoes aside, and we are going to chop our other ingredients. Smash them. So first thing to do is finely chop 2 tablespoons of capers, like so. And then add your capers to your potatoes, like so. And now we need fresh dill, finely chop it. You need about 2 tablespoons as well. Roll it up like a cigar, and then finely chop it. Then add your dill to your potatoes as well. Then we need some flatleaf parsley, finely chopped like so. By the way, also 2 tablespoons. Again, roll it up like a cigar. And then finely chop it. Now get your parsley to your potatoes as well. So, and now to my potato mix I'm adding 1 tablespoon of mustard powder. Then I'm adding half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Then I'm adding about half a teaspoon of salt. Then I grate in the zest of 1 lemon. And now give this a good mix. Until everything is well combined. So, after that much work, I think it's time for another zippy. Then get your potatoes set aside until needed. Then get a chopping board and line this with cling film, like so. Smash it. Right. So my chopping board is lined with cling film, and now I'm going to finely chop some Scottish smoked salmon. I need 100 grams. Smash it. And the smoked salmon is optional, by the way, because some people might think it's too much fish. Righty right, and now add your smoked salmon to your potatoes. Then get your baked salmon. We need 350 grams as well, and flake it into your potato. And then give everything a good mix. Make sure everything is well combined. Now get a plate and divide your mix into 4 equal pieces, like so. Shape them into a ball and then into a patty. About this size onto your plate. Then cover your plate with some cling film, like so. Righty right, and now get your fish cakes into your fridge and allow to firm up for at least I would say 1 hour, or even better, longer, up to 6 hours, and this gives me a bit time for the recipe. Righty right, ladies and gentlemen. My fish cakes have been in my fridge for about 2 hours, and now I'm going to make the chive dressing. And the first thing to do is, normally I would use a jar, but I don't know where my jar is. Anyway, to my bowl I'm adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then I'm adding 1 tablespoon of cider vinegar. Then I'm adding half a teaspoon of Dijon Mustard. Then I'm adding about a quarter of a teaspoon of sugar. Then I'm adding 1 tablespoon of water. Just to loosen it up a bit. Then set your bowl aside for a moment and very finely chop about a tablespoon of chives, like so. Smash it. I cut off the ends. And then very finely chop your chives. And now add your chives to your dressing. and then season your dressing with a little bit of freshly ground black pepper, and then with some sea salt, then give it a good mix. And last but not least, give it a quick taste if it needs more seasoning. Smashing! Righty right, ladies and gentlemen, now set your dressing aside until needed and have a zippy. Righty right, ladies and gentlemen, zippies first, and my fish cakes have been in the fridge for about 5 hours now, so I think it's time to make the pea puree. Smash 'em. Righty right, so get one shallot and peel it like so. Then finely dice it like so. Righty right, so on a low heat, get yourself a wee pot, and to this pot add a tablespoon of butter. Should be about, I don't know, maybe 25 grams. So melt this down. Smash it. Right, so while your butter is melting down, get yourself a kettle, bring it to the boil, and then have a wee little sip of your favorite beer. Well, actually, any beer will do. Righty right, ladies and gentlemen, when your butter is melted, get your shallots into the butter. So, and fry your shallots for about 5 minutes. Smash them. Righty right, ladies and gentlemen, when your water is cooked, get yourself a measuring mug like so, yeah. And then we need about 100 ml of water. Then get your chicken stock cube and add as much or as little as you like. Righty right, ladies and gentlemen, and now I'm adding To my shallots, a little bit of Maldon Sea Salt. Give it a good stir. Smash in. Righty right. So now I'm adding 100 ml of chicken stock. Then I'm adding 4 teaspoons of sugar. Then I'm adding about a tablespoon of fresh mint leaves. Give this a good stir. And then I'm adding about 350 grams of peas. Then give it a good stir. And cook for about 5 to 6 minutes. Smash in. Righty right, ladies and gentlemen. While your peas are cooking away, prepare your, let's call it the breading station. So here I've got 3 balls. In my first bowl I'm adding some plain flour. To my second bowl I'm adding 3 eggs. Well, I think 2 should be enough. Whisk your eggs up. And to my third bowl I'm adding my breadcrumbs. Panko breadcrumbs would be better, but I couldn't get any, so fuck it. Righty right, so next step. Righty right, lads. So now drain your peas like so. Then transfer your peas to a food processor like so, and add about, don't know, maybe 2 tablespoons of your liquid, and then lids. Righty right, so when you have a nice puree, check for seasoning. Yeah, that's nice. Set aside and keep warm. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now get your rapeseed oil and over a medium heat add 2 tablespoons and heat it up like so. Smash it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, while your oil is heating up, first it's time for a zippy. Then get your fish cakes out of your fridge. Then unwrap your beauties. Then get a fish cake carefully into the flour. Make sure all the sides are covered in flour. Then get rid of any excess flour. Then into the egg. And then into your breadcrumbs. And again, make sure every single bit is covered. And then place your fish cake on kitchen towel until it's ready to fry. Smash it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and when your oil is hot, get your fish cakes and fry them, I would say 5 minutes each side. Smash it. Right. So when your fish cakes are golden brown, turn them over and fry for another 5 minutes. Smash it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and when your fish cakes are browned all over, it's time to plate up. So first get your pea puree. So now get your salmon fish cake on the plate. Then get your dressing, a good mix up again. Then drizzle over a bit of your chive dressing. And then for some garnish, get some pea shoots. And place them on top of your fish cake. Right, guys, and here we have it. My salmon fish cake with pea puree, some chive dressing, it's not the finest art of work, but Anyway, as always, at this time, at this place, at this very moment, it's time for a tea. Nice one. Bye bye and see you next time.